Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RSF1 race number 15. It is the Italian Grand Prix here at the Autodromo Nazionale of Monza, home of the Prancing Horse Ferrari, also the home Grand Prix for the Alfa Romeo team and the AlphaTauris, as they're the Italian teams, of course. It is the home Grand Prix for those guys, so that hopefully they could get a good race, and hopefully we get to see a good race here tonight as well in the Division 1 tier. I'm your streamer, your only streamer and commentator, as I have no backup. It is LR Blazer Guns, and I can't wait to give you guys a lovely privilege of what's going to happen around here. We saw some great battling last week near the end of the race. That happened, and can't wait to see it again. 11 corners separate this lovely 3.5 mile circuit. And of course we've got the infamous Lesmos, Curva Grande, Parabolica, Ascari corners. We love to see. It can be tricky to go side by side in some of these corners, but we're definitely going to see a lot of straight line speed that's going to be happening down the start finish straight. Just to give you guys the rundown of the Tier 1 Drivers' Championship, RSF and Vettel is sitting with the 1 point, with as well RSF and Rubens. Adamar is sitting with 12 points, with RSF and Eaton with 19 points. And then we have got, I'm guessing that's RSF and Oscar. Oscar with 19 points, with C2 with 27 points, Mantle with 28 points, with RGN Legends with 38, Kid Cudi with 44 points, with Kijiatu with 45, Unity Harsh with 55 points. Hush with 55 points, with Reina with 67, Aldo with 67 points, with Joe 68, Natdog with 104 points, Punch with 110 points, Corey Marshall leading Drivers' Championship by a long margin here with our 200, which, if we think about it mathematically, so if Corey Marshall keeps continuing this winning streak that he's going by Japan in the championship here in Division, of course, this new thing that's happening about, I don't really know for sure about this race of champions, but the top 4 means the race of champions, so it's very close. So the top 4, of course, is Marsh, Pigeon, Nat Dog, Joe Pilkey, and it's still up for grabs for the remaining bits. So we get to see that. Driving standings. Constructors, hopefully. It's nice and sunny here in Monza, but hopefully we don't expect to see any rain at all. But if we do, then it's going to be crazy. But yes, give you guys the constructor standings. So Mercedes are sitting in last place with 10th place with 38 points. Renault with in 9th place with 49 points. In 8th it is McLaren with 70 points. Racing Point are sitting in 7th place with 90 points. Then we go to the Haas team with in 6th with 111 points. In 5th place it's Williams with 131. Ferrari in 4th with 153. Red Bull in 3rd with 170. 2nd place is AlphaTauri with 227. And Alfa Romeo is sitting in that prime spot at the moment with 281 points, with a 54 point gap between the Alfa Romeo and the AlphaTauri drivers. In cars coming out on track, Corey Marshall is going to be the first car out on track. So we go on board with our championship leader right now. She heads through the first Lesmo in towards Lesmo 2, which is now through the lovely Ascari. Through the Parabolica we go with our championship leader, Corey Marshall, as he heads down the start finish straight now, opens the DRS, and we're going to get to see this Alfa Romeo starting to go over 200 miles per hour. It's going to hit about 214, 215 miles per hour. Now brakes suddenly towards about 45 miles per hour. Now back onto the power as he comes out of the chicane through Curva Grande now. The flat out right-hander. We've seen quite a few battles happening over the years. Now into the Roger chicane. Just taking it nice and carefully. Got to be careful with that gravel on the exit. Now through the first Lesmo we go. Making sure he's keeping in the limits. In towards the second Lesmo. Can invalidate on the exit, but he keeps it nice and tight. Now opens the DRS as he heads towards the infamous Ascari chicane-ish corner. There's also going to lose the rear end right on the exit, and he keeps it nice and tidy. Now he heads down his back straight and looking his eyes at the final corner, which is he coming up to now, is the Parabolica. Round the Parabolica we go, where we saw so many drivers, a couple of drivers could crash here. It is a 1:18.6 and it's put Corey Marshall at the top of the timing sheets. Of course, as I was saying about Parabolica, Charles Leclerc, for instance, crashed there last year in F1. It was a heavy crash at the time. Here's an Alfa Romeo, it's a winner. There we go. And the Parabolica we go with Sync Reynolds. What is that? Crosses the line, and that is a 19.0. And puts Sync Reynolds up into second. Senile Pigeon goes third with a 1:19.1. Starts his lap again. So Williams coming to the line. That's I3. I ain't gonna have trouble pronouncing that, but she goes fourth with a 19.3, quicker than Kikari, who did a 19.5. Next up, it's Cinquegiato. Goes fifth fastest with a 19.5, just quicker than Cuddy. Next we have got Mansell, who started his lap. Then we got Pigeon Munch. No, IGN Legends is next to complete his lap. No, he's invalidated. Okay, so it's going to be Pigeon Munch. Into the Parabolica we go. Oh, that is very wide on the exit, but managed to not get that invalidated. Crosses the line. Goes fourth fastest with a 1:13.9. Next up, it will be the McLaren. Ooh. Very big. Now it's quite a bit of a tank slapper there from RSF1 Mansell on the exit of the first Lesmo. Managed to keep it all together. As we head down the back straight towards the Parabolica. The Parabolica takes a nice line, but where would he put in? That's only 8th fastest with a 1:19.592. Definitely going to see a lot of straight line speeds around here across the DRS train, which is going to happen around here during the race. Riding bold with Joe Pilkey as he goes through. The first chicane through Curva Grande we go as we head towards Roger chicane. Nice exit he had there as he heads towards the Lesmos. Onto the power nicely and tidy in towards Lesmo 2. Now opens the DRS as we head towards the Ascari chicane with the Haas car. Oh no, Corey Marshall's out! Corey Marshall's crashed the Ascari! Oh no! Championship leader has crashed it in the Ascari. Where is Joe Pilkey going to go? Joe Pilkey will take the fastest lap after that with a 1:18.9. Next we're going to have NatDog 2005, who's next to set a lap. He's just come through the Parabolica now in the home Scarlet Ferrari team. Driving forward the Tifosis, crosses the line, and it's a 19.5, and that is 7th fastest. Next up it is Aldaf into the pits. So it's now RSF1 Rubens. Only has 1 point at the moment, he wants to improve that, and he goes 5th fastest with a 1:19.2. Next up it's Postilad in the AlphaTauri. Just at the Parabolica now. He'll cross the line. He goes 3rd fastest with a 1:19.0. So at the moment, the only driver that's under threat of elimination is Aldaf in the Williams. I have said that the Ascari chicane, the Ascari, you can lose the rear end if you do not take the right line, and that's definitely what happened to Corey Marshall. But actually, we do not know what happened to. We don't know what actually happened to Corey Marshall, but well. It looks like he lost the rear end. Adam R invalidates his lap. He's currently sitting on 1:27.6 at this rate. Sino Pigeon looks like he's going for another lap. He exits the first chicane as he heads towards Curva Grande. The Williams of Aldaf just on the outlap ahead of him as he goes through Roger. As we go through Roger now. Through Lesmo we go in towards the second Lesmo. Real good lap on him at the moment. Ascari. Oh, loses the rear end and crashes and he's out. Senile Pigeon is another driver to go. So that is 2 drivers already crashed at Ascari. Corey Marshall and Senile Pigeon. Now Aldaf now starts his lap. Around it now, and he heads through the Roger chicane. Takes it nice and carefully as we head towards Lesmo now. Nice and tidy through the first part, into the second part. Nice on the exit. He's got the Mercedes of Alawar in front of him. Under breaking into a sky we go. How is he going to take this? And keeps it nice and tidy through a sky now as he heads to the back straight in towards the parabolica. All Aldaf needs to do is set a lap. It doesn't have to be a quick lap. He'll cross the line. And it's a 1:19.1, and that is 4th fastest. So actually that pushes Unity Hush in the drop zone. So Unity Hush has to set a lap. Adamar is now on a lap. He wants to try and improve his lap, which is a 1:27.6 there. Slight lock up in the front right there. We saw from Adamar. We do also got RGN Legends ahead of him on a lap as we go through Curva Grande. The pair of them. In towards the Russia chicane. Now goes Legends, and now Adamar just behind him. Just up on his time and invalidates. And so has Legends. No signs from the movement. I'll say that there was no signs from the Ferrari garage of Unity Hush. There's now signs, and Unity Hush is coming out. Mr. Pidgeon just comes back out. Doesn't have to, I mean he's safe, he's made it into Q2. Go back on board with IGN Legends as he starts his lap here at Monza, and actually has a double lap invalidation, so we go on board with Adamar, who's next on the lap. 3.5 minutes to go here in Q1. Takes it nice and carefully. SRX Sizu was the first car to retire. That's probably a qualifying barrier to pursue. And then Corey Marshall crashed out at Sky, then Senile Pigeon as well. Now Adamar takes the Roger chicane nice and carefully in towards the Lesmo, the 2 Lesmo corners we got now. Nicely there as we head down this straight, second DRS straight into Ascari. Nice and tidily, 2.5 minutes to go. Now into the parabolica goes the Mercedes. And Adamar will cross the line, and it is 4th fastest with a 1:19.0. So here goes RGN Legends on a lap, starts this lap, but we're going to go on board with Unity Hush. Hasn't set it up now yet, but he's on the lap as he heads through the Lesmos. Oh, that is well held there. Unity Hush. Oh. Well held there from the Ferrari driver, holding it there down the exit of the first Lesmo. just gets a bit close on the track limits on the exit of the first Lesmo, and then almost loses the rear end slightly at the exit of the second Lesmo. But she's nearly enough 6/10 down on this lap. Oh, little tail happy at the exit of Ascari as well. These are the only drivers left on track. Set a lap. That's on laps. Go back on board with Unity Hush now as he starts his lap. Edmar will probably head back into the pits now as he's safe. A little gravel on the exit of Roger there. He head through Lesmo into the second part. Keeps it nice and tidy here. We have now got the last 20 seconds to go here in Q1. Here at the Autodromo Nazionale Monza. Through Ascari we go. And all he has to do is just cruise the car to the line, setting a faster lap. We're only going to have 13 cars as well in Q2. So here comes Unity Hush, crosses the line. It's a 120.2. And he's out of Q1 and will start in 16th. Legends will come across the line in Q1, still 13th fastest. So at the end of Q1, it was Corey Marshall, but it is Joe Pilkey who actually ended the fastest of the session, with Sink Rayner in second and Postalad in third. And of course, knocked out in Q1, SRX Caesar, who's possibly had a qualifying ban, I presume. Unity Hush, who couldn't set a fast enough time. Cena Pigeon, who crashed out at Ascari, and as well as Corey Marshall, who also crashed out in the Ascari chicane. It's a very heartbreaking day there for our championship leader, Corey Marshall, crashing out at Ascari. It'll definitely hurt him a lot for the race. He's got a lot of overtaking to do. And the sun still stays out as we get ready for Q2. And the first car out on track is the Renault of RSF1 Rubens on the medium tyres, and then he has got the Mercedes of RSF1 Mansell behind him as well. Temperatures up. For his medium tyres. Matt's actually going to have a nice little slipstream as well from the Renault in front. As we now ride on board with RSF and Rubens as he starts his lap here in Monza. Opens the DRS as we head towards turns 1 and 2 of this first chicane. Taking it nice and tightly on the exit. Now puts on the power as we head towards this flat out right hander of Curve Grande or turn 3. As now we head to turn 6 at turns 4 and 5 of the Roger chicane. Lovely exit there. Now into 6 and 7 of the Lesmos. Turn 7 of that little right king of. Now we head towards turn 8, 9 and 10 of Ascari, and he invalidates, so we go back on board. So we go on board with Mansell as he heads towards to turn 11 of the Parabolica. He'll be the first driver to set a lap, and it will be a 1 minute 20.0. Just. Now next up is the Williams of Bologna, but she returns back into the pits. Joe Pilkey crosses the line and had an invalidated lap. Pigeon Munch just started his lap. I think Kid Cudi just started his lap. So we go on board with Nat Dog, crosses the line and just goes fastest of the session so far, faster than Mansell with a 120.025. Next up it is the McLaren of St. Casiato, and he's spun! That has definitely scared Adam Arles. Adam Arles goes fastest with the 119.7 on the soft tyres. But yeah, that has definitely, I would say, scared Adam Arles. He's coming through Parabolica, and next thing you know, you see a McLaren facing the wrong way after spinning. That was a bit scary. Joe Pilkey about to finish off his lap through the medium tyres. Oh, and he's round that Parabolica and damaged his front wing. Got to be careful when you're joining the track. He's got the racing point of Kid Cudi. He's just setting his lap, and it is a 120.3 from Cudi. Alda with a 121.9 on medium tyres. What about Pigeon Munch? He invalidated, so he's going again. Reno crosses the line, and it's a 119.8 on the medium tyres, and we got yellow flags, and I don't know who's close enough. It's possibly going to be gone. Car's going to go before we see it, but Alda has crashed it at Ascari. That is our third victim of the day already. There's the Williams. So Alda becomes the third victim in qualifying so far at Ascari. Of course, we lost Senile Pigeon and Coy Marshall in Q1. Now we lost Alda in Q2 at Ascari. Everybody's hating Ascari at the moment. Here comes Postlad on a very nice lap here. Postlad across the line is a 119.8, quicker than St. Rena, and he's currently the fastest driver on the medium tyres. Legend's about to start his lap again. Pigeon Munch managed to keep it in the limits this far, so we head through towards Parabolica, wide on the exit, crosses the line, and it's a 119.807, just quicker than his teammate by 2 milliseconds. So wow, that is close. AlphaTauri's at the moment. Definitely button. So we go on board with I3 Ologna as she is on a lap as she goes through the Lesmo's corner. Through a sky we go, keeping it nice and tidy. Through Parabolica and crosses the line with a 1 minute 19.9. Goes 6th at the moment. I would say the best strategy I say for Monza will be a mediums to soft strategy. They were, I think, for me, it is a definite one stop. Softs to mediums or mediums to softs. I don't know what Tilburg was doing there, but I think the mediums to soft works the best strategy. You want to start on those medium tyres and go long. You'll be on the quicker tyres, and if you got any fresh, so the quicker and the fresh soft tyres on the end of the race. I know that from experience. I finished P2 on Monday's race. Unfortunately, penalties so I didn't score the points, but hey, I still managed to get in the points after the race results. So hey, I was happy with that. But yeah. So sometimes the alternate strategy does work. Well, the opposite strategy. The mediums to softs. Well, we go on board with Joe Pilkey as he head through Lesmo. This is a bit of grass on the inside, but it's nice and tidy. Got the Mercedes of RSF and Mansell ahead, who lets him through it. Looks like Mansell invalidated his lap. So let's Joe Pilkey through. Joe Pilkey, who hasn't set a lap, he's under threat of elimination, but we still got 5.5 minutes left to go here in Q2. So here comes Joe Pilkey. He'll cross the line. It's a 1:19.6, the fastest lap, and he's done it on 2-lap-old medium tyres. Now Mr. RSF and Mansell's on his redo his lap. Head through turns 1 and 2 of the chicane. In towards turn 3 of the lovely Curva Grande. And into the Roger chicane. 4 and 5 into 6 of Lesmo and turn 7 of Lesmo 2. Now opens the RS down this lovely straight as you head towards 8, 9 and 10 off of Ascari. Nice and tidy, no signs of problems on the rear end. As Mansell goes through that as we head towards the start. The back straight in towards turn 11, which is the Parabolica. Exit. Takes it nice and carefully, crosses the line. It's a 1:19.7 and goes second with 3-lap-old mediums. Now we're seeing yellow flags up at it's like Lesmo, and that was RSF and Rubens. I don't know what that is about. Cutting out on an lap on the pair of soft tyres. Looks like everybody's got, a lot of people has got the soft tyres ready for the race. Ready. So, because Nat Dog's on a lap, is on Nat Dog, Reina, and I3 Ologna on out laps. Rubens back into the pits, trying to get, he's going to get another fresh set, so soft set ready. Kid Cudi is on a lap on the pair of softs, goes fastest in the middle sector by the looks of it. And goes round the final corner, turn 11 off Parabolica. And we'll cross the line with a 1 minute 19.1. And fastest lap of the session so far. You see Rubens being pushed back into the pits. That dog now starts his lap for the Tifosis here at the home Grand Prix for the Prancing Horse. Of course, the Tifosi fans want to see their Scarlet Red car do well tonight. Going through Curve Grande as we head towards the Roger chicane. Currently seeing P10, Nat Dog is. And he wants to have a really good lap. He's taking it nice and carefully through the Lesmos. Now in towards the second DRS straight. Then we've got the lovely Ascari. Well taken as well, no sign of any problems there. So we head towards the back straight into the Parabolica. Puts on the power and he'll cross the line with a 1:19.3 and goes second. Oh, I think she spun it at the exit of the second Lesmo. Oh no. Got 58 seconds to go. I think Reina now on a lap on the soft tyres as he goes through the Parabolica. Puts this line and it's a 1:18.8, so he goes fastest. Mr. Pidgemunch now starts his lap here as we see his teammate Postilad comes through the final corner and will set a lap. Adamar goes third fastest. What about Postilad? This could be a good lap from him. And it's a 1:18.8 as well, so goes second fastest. Reno going very slowly, letting everybody through who's on a lap. That's Rubens, I3 O'Glonknar, and looks like Pidgemunch has aborted his lap. So now Rubens is out, and that's Rubens! Rubens will be knocked out in Q2, and he'll start in P13. I think Casiato just goes through the Sky chicane now as qualifying ends. And the Q2 ends. Round the final corner goes the McLaren driver. And he will cross the line. And it's going to be a 1:18.5, fastest lap of the session. So RSF and Rubens will be knocked out here in Q2 and start in P13. Aldaf in P12. I3 Lognar as well will be knocked out and will start in P11. Legends and then in front of shootouts. So your top 10 shootout will be in Q3 for the pole position will be out of Sink Gaziato, Tink Rainer, Postilad, Kid Cudi, Adamar 2396, Nat Dog 2005, Joe Pilkey, RSF from Mansell, Mr. Pidgemunch, and IGN Legends. Guys, if you think about it as well, that's what it is. That's the best way to sit. So, Mansell will start the race with 3-lap-old. Mansell will start on 3-lap-old medium tyres with Pidgemunch, Joe Pilkey, and Legends will start on 2-lap old medium tyres. So they want to have a good high qualifying position because of course everybody else ahead of him are on soft tyres. There you have it. Either Lugner, Aldaf and Rubens all knocked out in Q2. Sincrasiato was fastest ahead of Sync Rainer and Postalad, your top three. As now we will start the final shootout of Q3. And now we get the final part of qualifying underway. And it will be the Alfa Romeo or Sync Rainer will be the first car out on track. So, here we go. Q3. We're gonna have a straight line speed fest here. Oh! TV there. We saw the Renault of IGN Legends going for a spin and facing the wrong way. But we go back on with Sync Rainer as he starts his lap. We head towards turn 1. Takes the corner perfectly, cuts it nicely, doesn't extend it too much for him being validation. As we head to Curva Grande now. Into the Roger chicane. Now we head towards the next two corners of Lesmos to 90-degree right-handers. Now down the second DRS straight we go. We head into the Ascari, who could be falling victim at the Ascari here in Q3. Will we see a victim in Ascari? Sync Rainer takes it carefully. It looks like one of the Mercedes Mansell. It looks like everybody's taking Ascari carefully at the moment. As we head to the Parabolica now. Sync Rainer crosses the line. And it's going to be a 1:19.0. Mansell goes fastest though with a 1:18.8. We see two invalidations there. That was Joe Pilkey and Adamar. Sincrasiato goes second fastest with a 1:18.822. Next on the lap, RJ Legends with a 1:19.2. Ferrari and that dog pulls back into the pits. So does Poster Lad. So next up it is Kid Cudi as he goes through Ascari. Goes round the final corner, goes Kid Cudi of the Parabolica. And he will cross the line and will set a 1:18.5, and that is provisional pole for the Racing Point. That is a good lap from the Racing Point driver as well. Now, Mr. Pidgemunch is the next driver and the only driver on a lap. Joe Pilkey has aborted his lap, so it is Mr. Pidgemunch next to set a lap. That's Adam R. Yeah, Adam R with a 1:19.4 goes 6th fastest. Mr. Pidgemunch then. Nice first sector there. So he heads towards the Lesmos. Takes a bit of grass. But nothing too worrying there. He actually had a nice line on the second Lesmo. As we head towards the Ascari chicane. I have to keep saying this. It's not the chicane. There's Ascari and he invalidates. Pidgemunch go for another lap. Yep, he's going to go for another lap. So we stay on board with Mr. Pidgemunch at the moment as he heads towards the first chicane again. Oh, and looks like he's either locked up way too much or he just overshot the braking point and invalidated. Had to cut the first chicane. So we go on board with Mr. Knackdog 2005 then, as he starts his lap. Right on the final corner he goes. And here we go. Open to DRS now as he heads towards the chicane at over 215 miles per hour. Now suddenly brakes in towards about 40 miles per hour through the chicane. Back onto the power he goes. As we head into Evergrande or turn 3, we see the clouds are starting to come in as well. Now into the Roger chicane we go. Cuts it nice and perfectly there, no signs of any problems there. In towards the first Lesmo. Now into the second Lesmo. No signs of problems there as we now head down the second DRS straight. And brakes now for the Ascari. And that is beautifully well taken through Ascari, the Ferrari driver does. And he's got one corner to go, that is the Parabolica with 4 minutes 20 to go. This is a good lap dog. Where's it going to put him? It's a 1:19.0 and that puts him 4th fastest. As we are waiting for the drivers to come back out, so we stay on board with Natdog for now, as he's just on a cooldown lap. So at the moment, as we're about to get ready for the final part of the top 10 shootout here in Q3, Kid Cudi is on provisional pole with a 1:18.5, followed by Mansell with a 1:18.8, and then Cinque Cazziato with a 1:18.8. Mansell is the first car out on track, followed by Joe Pilkey, as the clouds are really starting to come in now. Nice and tidy. He's got the hash behind him of Joe Pilkey. Mansell now gets underway to start his one and only lap here at Monza. Now opens the DRS, heads down the start, goes through this long straight as we head towards the first chicane. The car going at 215 miles per hour, brakes suddenly towards about 45 miles per hour and exits the first chicane. Now back on the power as she heads through the lovely flat out right hander of Curva Grande and goes past it in the first sector so far as we now enter the Roger chicane. Ooh, a little tank slapper on the exit, but keeps it nice and tidy as we head through Lesmo. Keeps it nice and tidy on the exit. Now open to DRS as he heads down the second DRS straight. So he now goes under the bridge and goes through the skies, only just up in his time in the middle sector as well, and goes faster. Now, it takes in the sky nice and carefully. Now he's only got one corner to go, that is the Parabolica. We stay on board with the Mercedes driver, keeping it in 6th gear the whole way round. And he will cross the line and improves his lap, but it's only an 18.6. What about Joe Pilkey? He invalidates, so no matter what, he will start in P10. Kid Cudi is on improving his lap at the moment. He's up in his time. He'll cross the line, and it is a 1:18.4 from the racing points. And at the moment, Kid Cudi is on pole position. What about Posty Lad? Has it set a lap? He comes to the line and goes third with a 1:18.7. Mansell proves his lap, but he validates by the looks of things. So he will start in P8, and it depends what Pitchmunch is going to do. Now, what about Cinque Cazziato? Crosses the line, and he goes pole with a 1:18.2. What's that from the McLaren? What we got left is Pitchmunch and Adam, IGN Legends. Legends crosses the line and stays 7th. What about Mr. Pitchmunch? Goes 5th fastest with a 1:18.7. So at the end, it's Cinque Cazziato from McLaren will start in pole position. Kid Cudi for Racing Points in 2nd place. RSF from Mansell for 3rd. You got the 2 AlphaTauris in 4th and 5th of Posty Lad and Mr. Pitchmunch. Knackdog will start in P6. Sync Rayner for Alfa Romeo in 7th. IGN Legends for Renault in 8th. In ninth place is Adam R from Mercedes, and Joe Pilkey will start P10 for Haas. So there is your top 10 for at the end of Q3. Whew. Yay. Yep, Kizioto starts pole with Kikadi alongside him, and then Mansell behind them. With the two AlphaTauris in 4th and 5th. The Ferrari as well behind them. So here we go. The cars are on the grid. We wait until our lobby host is ready, and we will start the formation lap underway here at the Autodromo Nazionale Monza Grand Prix here in Italy. Of course, the home Grand Prix for Ferrari, AlphaTauri, and the Alfa Romeo drivers. Oh, I do this, Chris. I'll try to do my best to keep an eye on everyone here because I am on my own. Cause yeah, I was Joe Pilkey will keep an eye on him, see how he does. But also we got to keep an eye out for Corey Marshall. I mean, Corey Marshall is starting all the way at the back at P14. Our championship leader is, so definitely got to keep an eye out on him just in case, because unfortunately they're getting knocked out, crashing out at Scary. So might need to keep an eye on Corey Marshall. If he has the race that he needs, if he could win tonight, he's got a good chance of wrapping this championship, drivers' championship by Japan. And we're ready to go. Let's go! We get the formation lap underway. And I will take you through the grid. So starting in P17 for the Red Bull car is SRX Sizu, who's taking a while to get off the grid there for the Red Bull car. For the Tifosis in the Ferrari car, it is Unity Harsh starting P16. In the Papaya McLaren, it is Senile Pigeon for P15. In P14, it is the Alfa Romeo of our championship leader, Corey Marshall. RSF1 Rubens will start in P13 for the Banana Renault team. Then you got the two Williams of Aldaf and Ivory Ologna in P12 and P11. And then you have Joe Pilkey for the pain in the ass Haas in P10. In the black Mercedes is Adamar 2396 in P9. In the other Banana Renault car is IGN Legends in P8. Sink Rayner in the other Alfa Romeo in P7. Nat Dog for the Tifosis in the Ferrari in P6. And then you got the AlphaTauris of Mr. Pigeonmunch and Postalad in P5 and P4. In the other black Mercedes you have RSF on Mansell. In P2 is the Racing Point Pink Mercedes of Kid Cudi. And in pole position in the Papaya McLaren is Sink Casiato. And looking at the tyre strategies, looks like Senile Pigeon and RSF and Rubens are the only drivers outside the top 10 opting to start on the soft tyres. Interesting to see Rubens doing that. I mean, he commentated my race. He's commentated, I think Monday. I think he did Monday. I think he did Sunday. I think he did yesterday. I'm not too sure, but well, I'll say the best tyres to start on the outside the top 10 are on the medium tyres. But there you go. Lovely bouncing. Hydraulics engaged. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. So here we go. Cars all lined up. Looks like we're not going anytime soon. It's taking too long. Oh dear. This is what I think it's had to be as well. It is. Oh dear. It's not. We had none of these problems whatsoever. And now it is. Oh. And my game just crashed. Lovely. So, yeah, definitely gotta love this game. So I'm guessing that means it's a restart. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a restart after it took too long. So yeah, I think it's a restart. Lol. Lol, lol, lol. Yeah. You bear with me a second, guys. Okay, apparently the race has started. Oh, apparently we have. Okay. It looks like we're going to miss the first lap of the race. Yes, we got a safety car. What the hell happened? What have we missed? We have got a safety car! It looks like that was Yuji Natdog that crashed. It looked like a Scary. Corey Marshall is all the way at the back of the field on a hard tyre, so it looks like he pitted due to damage. Thank you. Yeah. Adam R as well pitted because of damage. Looking Aldaf has pitted for damage. Rubens is up into P7. Ansel has got a time penalty and he's currently in P8. Anyway, that is a 3 seconds. But we're under safety car conditions. Where is the safety car? Oh, the safety car is just before curve going there. Okay. I'm just a little bit disorientated there. But I'm okay. I think it's okay. Alright, so it definitely missed the first 2 laps, so we rejoin at lap 3, and it is under safety car conditions, and it looks like the safety car has now got the race leader. This lad into the pits for hard tyres. No, that was for wind damage or not. But Rubens is up into P6. Go on, lad! Don't get any penalties. Don't do what I do. Marshall also repits and back onto the soft tyres. Interesting enough. Zadamar pits and goes on the medium tyres. So I reckon the safety car is going to be out for a little bit longer as we wait for the rest of the field to catch up. These guys are on their way to Parapolica. The last car is Corey Marshall and he's just at the Roger chicane. So I think we're going to be behind this safety car for a while. I think Kaziato is getting very close to the back of that safety car. I know that feeling, so I had that one as well on Monday. Getting very close to the back of the safety car. This goes so slow. ridiculous. On some tracks it goes at a nice, actually quick pace, and then sometimes it just likes to go very slow. Ridiculous. Hello. Asiato. I3 alumna. Undertake connections. I don't think we're okay. Just gotta wait for the rest of the field to catch up. Come on, boys. Racing once again. Just gotta wait for one car. Almost to the back of the field. Taking his time, but he's almost there. Giving his eyes up into temperature. He goes through the lovely Ascari. Back in the field. And the centre car's in his there. Very late. So we're about to go racing. And these guys are already midway through Parabolica. And Kitiato will start going now as the safety car is in. And we're back racing again. Rena's got a good restart as well. He's right on the back of his teammates. It's Sync versus Sync in two different cars. And it looks like Reina stays behind. The car's behind. That nobody's trying to go for a move yet into the first chicane and stays behind each other, saying that Aura and Joe Pilkey are going at it side by side on through Curve Grande. Looks like Aura is ahead of the house at the moment. Oh, we've got 3 second time penalty. Rubens! Oh, we're having problems further back on the field there. Side 3 Alogna. That's Robin there. Go through. What is going on there? Where's my TV then? Oh, there we go. Right, okay. Don't know what is going on there. Right, as we head through the Ascari now. As oh, that's Aldaf! Lost the rear end at the exit of Sky and falls all the way down into 15th. Adamar as well is down into 16th. Something's happened to him. Missed that. Lap 7 now. Big lock up there from Sync Gaziato in the first chicane, but keeps it nice and tidy on the exit. We see Rubens was trying to find a way past Mansell there, but couldn't. As we head through Curve Grande, Mansell has got Sinal pitching right behind him. Through the Roger chicane we go. Rubens. That's Jacob. He makes some 3-turn time going. Rubens hit the touch the gravel at the exit of the Lesbo at the Roger chicane, and now loses the position to the McLaren. Kaziato picks up a 3-turn time for we see Unity Hush getting overtaken by Joe Pilkey for P12 now. We head through Ascari as we got migration host and that dog has left. Okay. And now DRS has been enabled. This is where we're going to see a lovely frontline speed come into action with the slipstream. See Corey Marshall in P11 on the back of SRX C2. Not close enough just yet. Look how close he gets to the back of the Red Bull on the exit as we go. They're going to go side by side through Curva Grande as we head run down to the Roger chicane. It's going to be Corey Marshall ahead on the Red Bull. Oh, you've seen our pigeon has spun at the exit of Roger chicane, and not only that, so has Posty Lad. Posty Lad's done the same thing and has front wing damage. What about seeing our pigeon? Does he got damage from that? Oh! Almost round again. Seeing our pigeon does have front wing damage. He's missed on the front right end plate. Right, so Kid Cudi has now taken the lead of the Grand Prix, but we've got Sink Casiato. Now we'll have the DRS of Kid Cudi. As he's gaining, Kid Cudi has used a lot of his DRS. He's not got anything to defend. As now, Casiato retakes the lead of Kid Cudi, IGN Legends in P4 is trying to find a way past for Reina. Nothing just yet. We see I3 Alogna as well trying to clear to get to Joe Pilkey. Mr. Pigeon Munch at Curva Grande has just got past Legends P4. He now tries to catch up to Reina in the Alfa Romeo just ahead of him. I3 Alogna picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Down the back straight we go. Mr. Pigeon Munch is close to get to St. Marina, but how close can he find a way past the Alfa Romeo into turn 1? Got the DRS, that means not going to get close enough just yet. But we go on board with Joe Pilkey as he's closing and closing and closing. The 3-lap fresher tyres. Joe Pilkey is trying to find a way around the outside, which switches to the inside, exits the chicane, and stays behind the Renault at the moment. Rubens has defended that position very well, but we're going side by side through Curva Grande. And it is going to be the Haas ahead of the Renault through just before breaking into the Roger chicane. Great stuff there from Joe Pilkey. First lad comes into the pits and calls it a day. It's not been his day for AlphaTauri. Where Marshall now is close to the back of RSF1. Sorry. On the back of RSF1, so here comes Roy Marshall. We see Reina and Cudi all pits now. Mattel is going to launch a move. He does. Goes for the inside. Oh! Look at Marshall. He gets past one car. And he will get past the other car. Marshall moves up into P3. Great start from the Alfa Romeo driver at the moment. Of course, started in P14 and he's currently in P3. Great stuff there. See Pigeon Munch ahead of him and St. Casiato Legends picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. RSF1 Rubens picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings and gets a little drifty at the exit of Sky. Look at this camera view as we see the Williams of Ologna closest to the back. Now Kid Cudi picks up a 3-second time penalty and Sink Reina picks up a 3-second time penalty. Sink Casiato pits, so it's just Mansell. Oh, and so does Rubens. Oh look, don't give away that camera. As we see Joe Pilkey moves into P4 ahead of IGN Legends. Mansell is now starting to be under threat of Joe Pilkey behind him. You also can see Corey Marshall starting to close the gaps ever so slightly to Mr. Pigeon Munch. Of course, Pigeon Munch will go longer on those medium tyres. Legends picks up a 3-second time penalty. Joe Pilkey gets a DRS, he closes the gap to the Mercedes, but he's still not close enough just yet. We see I3 Ologna as well getting closer to the back of the other Renault of Legends. Oh, it's Joe Pilkey gets past Mansell for P3. Mansell picks up a 3-second time penalty. Joe Pilkey gets very rear end happy at the exit of the Rogers chicane. As I3 Ologna as well got past IGN Legends. This is how that happened. Oh, see Sisu on the back of Legends. Goes for the inside as it goes side by side as we go into breaking to Scary. I think along that 3-second time penalty. And now Sisu is moved up into P6. Corey Marshall and is now on the back of Pigeon Munch. He's got the easiest move past the AlphaTauri. And now Corey Marshall takes the lead of the Italian Grand Prix here at Monza. As we're on lap 14 of 27 of the Grand Prix so far. Legends now pits. Cudi and Sink Casiato are having a battle. I was very close to the race between the Racing Point and the McLaren driver as we head to the Rogers chicane. Side by side nearly, but Casiato stays ahead of the Racing Points. Pigeon Munch now picking up a 3-second time penalty. Pigeon Munch still stays within the DRS range of Corey Marshall for now. Cudi still can't find a way past. As Corey Marshall is in, so Pigeon Munch retakes the lead of the Grand Prix. Joe Pilkey stays out, so does of course RSF and Mansell. Cudi, he's got the straight line speed, he's now finally ahead of Sink Casiato, but can Sink Casiato break so much just braced a little bit later, but managed not to hit the back of the racing point. Cuddy is now into P7, but yet the top 6 are still yet to pit here. As we see, the racing point of Kid Cuddy has used a lot of his ERS. Sinar Pigeon comes into the pits and calls it a day. That is 3 drivers out of the race now. Nat Dog's crashed. Posted that and Sinar Pigeon has retired in the pits. Oh, there's contact! There's been contact between Sisu and Ivrea Logner. And she's facing the wrong way at her sky. She's got to be careful. Oh, she's got to be careful. Rejoining the track. We don't want to see a Sebastian Vettel accident. But it's all good. Back under racing conditions as Casiato has lost position to Adam R now. Ricciardo picks up a 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Ooh, I'm not sure about that one. As I3 Logner gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pits. Zizu picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I think I3 Logner will definitely not be happy with that between herself and Zizu. Roy Marshall picks up a 3-second time penalty. Look at all these here. Roy Marshall, he's trying to go around the inside of the exit of Lesmo. First part of Lesmo, and Roy Marshall is past the Mercedes. Adam R is now closest to the back of Casiato. What a move there from Corey Marshall. Don't expect an overtake happening there. Adam picks up a 3-second time penalty. In towards the parabolic we go. Mansell now eventually pits. What about Sisu? Sisu is into the pits. And here comes Corey Marshall, takes the fastest lap. And he's struggling. He is struggling to compete against the McLaren there. Down the straights. And Mansell are having a battle now for P4. This is now a battle for the race lead. I'm pretty sure they'll be on 3-second time penalties up. At least I think that 5 seconds was a bit wrongfully given there for Cuddy. But here comes Marshall side by side into Ascari, slight wheel touching. But Marshall is into second place ahead of the McLaren and Casiato. Two Renaults are battling each other there for P9. Now here comes Cuddy. Got the DRS, but he hasn't got the ERS. Missed it. Benjamin's got the fastest lap now. Marshall is going to try to find a way past the racing point, but Cuddy's just defending it at the moment as we head towards the Rogers chicane. Nice and tidy, you see the Alpha tyre. Benjamin's right on the back of Adam R. Look at the drive that the Alpha tyre gets on the fresher tyres. Is now ahead of the Mercedes and up into P5. Marshall still behind Cuddy. Babolica Cuddy. He's got the easy run, he's had the straight line speed there, and he's got the DRS, and he is now ahead of Kid Cuddy for the race lead. Corey Marshall now takes the lead of the Grand Prix on lap 19 out of 27. Reina is now starting to close the gap to Cinquaziato. Pigeon Munch picks up a 3-second time penalty, so does Cinquaziato as well. Arthur Logner calls into the pits and calls it a day. Aldo takes the fastest lap of the race on the press softs. Argent Legends picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Happening. Argent Legends lost the rear end and Roger Chicane loses positions. I think Reina picks up a 3-second time penalty now. So here comes Mr. Pigeon Munch on the back of Sync Reina. I think Reina's got the straight line speed. But here comes Pigeon Munch, he closes the gap. He's trying to have a little look as it goes for the Danny Rick. But no, thinks better of it. Ada picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings now. As we head towards the Lesmos, Argent Legends fighting time penalty for speeding into the pits and retires and calls it a day. Pigeon Munch is just staying on the back of this battle here. He's behind Sync Reina, who's in P4. You've got Cinquaziato ahead in P3, and you also got Cuddy in P2. So here we go, down the start finish straight we go, and Rubens has crashed! Rubens has crashed out of Scary, no! Rubens! Oh, I'm not getting anything picking up. Is that a safety car? It is a virtual safety car. No, Rubens! He was doing so well, he was in the points! Oh no! We're under virtual safety car conditions. And we're back racing again. Look at these got a lot closer than ever. Look at Pigeon Munch, he's trying to find a way past Reina. Oh no! Pigeon Munch has lost a lot of momentum there as he was almost on the back of the Alfa Romeo. These are a lot. This is a mighty battle here for P2. With Joe Pilkey joining in as well. This is a 5-car battle. So here comes Mr. Pigeon Munch. He's struggling to get past Sync Reina. You see Cinquaziato brakes so late. And he moves up into P2. Kikodi picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But Cinquaziato now moves into P2. Kikodi was trying to fight for the Roger chicane, but he's behind him at the moment, and that's Pigeon Munch round. Pigeon Munch has lost the rear end at the exit of the Roger chicane. And he's lost the position to both Mercedes as well. come out through the skies again. Cazziato is still ahead of Cuddy at the moment, but Cuddy will have to DRS down to this through the start finish straight in through to turn 1. Doesn't have a lot of ERS to battle, but he's got the straight line speed, and he's pulls alongside, and he's ahead of the McLaren and retakes second place. But the McLaren is going to try to fight back. Cazziato is trying to find a way past, but he can't. Big curve behind it we go. Joe Pilkey's right on the back of Citroena. Can Joe Pilkey find a way past the Alfa Romeo that the AlphaTauri couldn't find? Mansell picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Here comes Cazziato. He's got potential to a chance of retaking second place off the racing points at the moment. Here he comes, he goes for the inside, he brakes late. Look up from both drivers, there's banging wheels. Fisherman picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But Kid Cudi has now lost 2 positions at once there. I think Reina is ahead of Kid Cudi. Reina is actually going to get past Cazziato as we head towards the Roger chicane. Side by side. And yes, Reina has now taken second place off Cazziato. Things are starting to spice up now between this battle for P2 at the closing stages. And it's getting close to the closing stages. We get the penalties popping up now. There's my RSF and Mansell now joining into this. So Graham Marshall with 3 seconds. Reina and Cazziato with 6 seconds. Cuddy with 11 seconds, but I'm probably just going to build a 5 seconds state Scott. We don't know. Pilkey with 6 seconds. Mansell with 9 seconds. Caesar with 3 seconds. And Alda for 6 seconds with Pigeon Munch with 9 seconds. And here goes Cazziato on the inside on the Alfa Romeo and is ahead. And retakes second place. Through Curva Grande we go. Into the Roger chicane. Cazziato picks up another 3-second time penalty. That's 9 seconds now. At the moment that is only gonna be P4. Oh, got it. Good connection for Sky. Joe Pilkey's got a advantage past the racing point, and he is at the Parabolica. Reina closes the gap. Mansell is now past Cuddy for P5. Reina gets close to the back of Cazziato but can't find a way past. Joe Pilkey's on the back of Reina with this bird's eye view of the house as we get this battle is starting to intensify as we're on the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. Oh! We just saw the rear end escaping slightly for Joe Pilkey, but we saw as well in the background the rear end escaping from Mansell, and Mansell now loses positions to Cuddy. Through the back straight we go at the exit of Ascari. As Corey Marshall goes through the Parabolica, and he will start the final lap of the Grand Prix. Pitchman picks up another 3-second time penalty. That's 12 seconds now for the Avatar driver. Oh, look at the rear end escaping from Mansell at the exit of the chicane. Joe Pilkey closes the gap. He's trying to close the gap to Sink Rayner. Sink Rayner is close to the back of Casiato. Mansell picks up a 3-second time penalty now. It's 12 seconds for the Mercedes driver. So here comes Casiato. He's right on the back of Renault's right on the back of Casiato, but can't find the way past the McLaren. It's on the final lap. We go on board with Corey Marshall. He has started in P15, I think it was, or P14, and he'll cross the line here and wins and further extends his championship lead here at Monza. Rayner will finish P2 with Joe Pilkey in P3. Sink Casiato will finish P4 with Kid Cudi in P5. Mansell in P6 with Adam R. Adam R will finish P5, Cudi in 6th, Mansell in 7th, Caesar in 8th, Aldaf will cross the line in P9 with Mr. Pigeonmunch in P10, but due to the penalties, it looks like it's gonna be. There's Pigeonmunch crossing the line in P10, but it's gonna be Unity Hush. Did Unity Hush pick up the final point? No, he didn't. Pigeonmunch did pick up the final point. So there you have it. Corey Marshall from 14th on the grid wins here at Monza. Sink Rayner will finish in 2nd with Joe Pilkey in P3. Sink Casiato will finish in P4 with Adam R in P5. P6 is Kid Cudi with Mansell in P7th. SRX Caesar will finish in P8 with Aldaf in P9. Pigeonmunch will get the final points in P10. And Unity Harsh will finish P11 with your non-finishers of RSF1 Rubens, RGN Legends, I3 Ologna, and Senile Pigeon, Posty Lad, and Nat Dog all did not finish this Grand Prix. We now hopefully should have our top 3 in the pie. Yes, we do. Make sure you guys include your audio. Have you done that? Right, start things off with our third place, Joe Pilkey.
Hello again.
Hello again. Well, what race that has been. A very intensifying race there. Qualifying went well for you, but the race, it looks like this. I didn't see what happened at the start. It looks like the start was don't know what really happened, but in the end, the race was actually action-packed. You had a lovely big battle with a lot of people there coming to the closing stages, and due to the penalties, you managed to pick up and get the final podium positions into P3. So you must be happy to do that here at Monza.
Yeah, happy to bring that back after a horrible qualifying. And then I don't know what happened in turn 1, but I think me and Corey both got caught up in the same incident. So quite lucky with that safety car to bring us both back in there.
Yeah, definitely. And well, that was a great drive as well. Managed to pull that off after the safety car, and great job there. But moving to next week, we head towards the Marina Bay Street Circuit at Singapore, which is the original night race on the calendar. Any thoughts heading towards that track?
Me personally, I like it. Quite good for that next week. Hopefully see you again here on the podium, but be a tough fight. It's all up to quali around Singapore.
Yes, definitely, probably will be a tough fight, but hopefully we'll get to speak to you again.
Yeah, see ya. Hope to see you soon as well.
Yeah, congratulations on that podium, bud. No problem. Right, we head to St. Rena. Wow, wasn't that an interesting race there, Rena? I mean, qualifying positions were key, and then the race, the start of the race was crazy, and the end of the race, I can't really say much anything because I don't know what really happened at the start, but coming towards the midway towards the end of the race, it was so action-packed, you just didn't know where to look. So there was a lot of overtakings happening to each other, but you managed to clinch it into P2, so you must be happy to get that.
Yeah, it was a good one. I don't know if either of these boys had it as well, but at the start it was a bit weird. Like, I felt like I couldn't really move, like the game glitched a little bit on the start. I think that's why it was a bit of a mess. And you know, I jumped about 3 positions before we got to turn 1, which was quite nice. Started 7th, was 3rd by the end of the lap. Yeah, and the second half of the race was quite interesting. Obviously, had there not been a safety car, Corey probably wouldn't have, but we won't talk about it. No fair play to him, and it was exciting. Some good racing, good clean, fair racing around. It was enjoyable, and obviously, nice little 1-2 for the Alpha. Always a good thing. Can't complain at that.
Yeah, definitely can't complain that with Alfa Romeo 1-2, and actually saying that Italian home to 1-2 as well, because it is the home Grand Prix for Alfa Romeo. So it's a double big win there for you lot. Moving to next week is the Singapore Grand Prix. Very hard track. I mean, with tyre temps and tyre wear, this is going to be a major key factor around there. Any thoughts of what you hoping the weather's going to be for that or not?
Yeah, it's a tough track and it's an interesting one. I'm sure for us, a few surprises, shake the grid up a little bit. I think it'll be a good one. It's quite enjoyable to drive as well, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah. Hopefully next week we'll speak to you again in the podiums.
I hope so, too.
Well done on P2 there, bud.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
No problem. Right, we go to our race winner and a very comfortable championship leader, Corey Marshall. What a race! I mean, qualifying was definitely not what you wanted. I mean, crashing out at Sky in Q1, making you start in P14, but you didn't let that get in your way. You managed to make your way through the field, unfortunately having that, wherever it was, at the first lap there, making you have to pit early and stuff like that, and causing the safety car, which actually also helped you to bring back in the race and just absolutely blitz your way through the field, going left and right, and then pitting for the sauce to the end. to take the lead and win the race. So you must be very happy to be here talking to me as the race winner.
Yeah, totally expected after turn 2. I got Sam. I think it was Joe on the outside, and then I think it was Williams on the inside, and he squeezed across the track, and I got sandwiched. So yeah, I got damaged. But yeah, the safety car saved my race big time. Yeah, lucky.
Yeah, definitely. Really did. And you must be happy for us well, Alfa Romeo getting a 1-2 tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you would. But moving to next week, Singapore Grand Prix. As I said to the other two, it is a very difficult track. Temperatures and tire wear is the key factor around here. Also a good potential chance of rains. We know what Singapore is like. It could potentially rain around here. Any thoughts around this track?
I quite enjoy it. It's a difficult track. It's quite a long race as well because it's such a long lap. But yeah, I mean, I quite enjoy it. I don't mind what the weather is there.
Yeah, definitely. Well done on tonight, pardon. Great drive. That was a good comeback drive there, and making you having one step closer to getting that Division 1 title.
Thanks.
There you have it, guys. That has been the Italian Grand Prix for Division 1. Next time it is tomorrow at 8 o'clock. It is the Division 5's turn, taking around this. No, not Division 5. My bad, I'm wrong. Division 4 around the Italian Grand Prix, where we're going to see a lot more straight line speed happening. And if I'm right, it will be Musical Rocket streaming with Mega Centurion as COCOM. I think I got that right. And they'll be in the comms box for tomorrow's Grand Prix for the F4 division. And then next week we start things off with the Division 2 on Sunday, as they take their first chance at the Singapore Grand Prix. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Unfortunately, it was unfortunate at the start there, but thank you all for sticking with us and being here. I've been your commentator and streamer, LR Blazerguns, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Or is it Lincoln? Okay.